Well, here we are with another edition of GW Unspoken, where we discuss stuff we don't typically talk about, but probably should. And I've got a very special guest here, and welcome to Scotty. How are you, mate?
Thank you very much for having me.
Mate, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming. I just saw you this afternoon at the gym. How'd that go?
Oh, yeah, it was a good little session sort of thing, just working on the abs mostly.
So how does that work? I remember you said, hey, I'm keen to use the gym now, and obviously we work together at school, but mate, you've been killing it. How many times a week are you going there now?
I'm loving it. Four times a week mostly sort of thing, yeah. Monday through to Thursday.
It's unreal.
Yeah, but I'm loving it sort of thing. Yeah, it's made my life a lot better, sleeping a lot better and that sort of stuff as well sort of thing.
I was going to ask you about that later on, but I'm keen right now. That's all right. So we're going to get straight into that gym. So was there a time where you said, I've had enough, I've got to do gym, or was it just like you're craving gym? Like, have you done gym before? Like, why suddenly you hit the gym? What started it?
Oh, I've always been into the gyms or fitness and that sort of stuff. I did swimming coaching, pool swimming training and all that sort of stuff and everything like that, coaching kids and that sort of thing, gyms. But at the school sort of thing, I back in 2011 when I started, I used to go to the gym and all that sort of stuff with a few other guys. But then they brought in workplace health and safety and we couldn't do it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And when I heard you put out a little slip saying, yes, staff can now use it and that sort of stuff, just have to sign on, I signed up straight away and back into it and loving it.
And do you find, like you said, you just sleep better there? Do you think it also helps with your focus, or does it help with your, to give you more energy? Like, is there any other benefits you find from the gym?
Oh, yeah. More energy, stronger. Like I'm lifting, instead of like 2 or 3 laptops carrying them around, I'm lifting 5, 10 laptops carrying around, that sort of stuff. So it's easier to get things done a lot quicker and that sort of stuff.
I saw the other day working, and I saw you do these like decline push-ups, and I was like, I don't think I could do that. And I actually reckon you physically and see you're getting stronger. So, mate, it's paying off 4 days a week. That's good. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So tell us a bit about, let's go back a bit, your current situation. So obviously we're working together and in the IT department.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about your family. How many kids you got? 10, 12 kids by now? I don't know.
3 kids, 3 girls.
Yep.
17, 19, 21.
Nice.
My oldest one, she's down in Sydney at the moment. The other 2 are still at home doing university and that sort of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Married to a Maori, New Zealand Maori woman. So she's beautiful. Keeps me in check sort of thing all the time. And married for 21 years.
What's the secret there? What's the secret of marriage? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Secret is the wife's always right. Like, I'll get myself in trouble.
I hope my wife doesn't listen to this podcast. But 21 years, that's good. Like, they're saying now half the people end in divorce, so that's good. And
definitely.
3 girls. And whereabouts did they go to school? Similar school? Where'd they go to school?
We were in Arana Hills, so they went to school there for the first 4 or 5 years. Then we moved out here, and they went through Southern Cross till the oldest one went right through to year 12. The others went through to year 10. Then they did 11 and 12 at Redcliffe High.
Okay, yeah. Much difference you find?
No, they're pretty all similar. It's just Redcliffe High gave more subject choices or something. There's a lot more staff and more subject choices and that sort of stuff there. And
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I did a bit of work there too for about 5 years there, and it's similar things. I mean, I think school systems are fairly similar, and it's also too where you find your friends, your peer group often is a big change too. So, And what about you, mate? What about you? What were you like at school? Can we go there? What's
at school I wasn't real good. Maths, I loved maths. I was good at maths, but anything else I was below par. I was not real good at all. I didn't understand why. I'd write, do an essay sort of thing, write a short story or something like that. And I hand it in, and I'd come back with an F, red mark all over it and everything. But when we handed it around, everyone wanted to read my story. My story was the most interesting. It was the most, the character development, all that sort of stuff and everything. Everyone talking about it at lunch breaks, and they loved my story, but I was getting an F. I couldn't work out how. It's mostly because I can't spell or the grammar and that sort of stuff.
Did you get along with the teacher okay? Like, was that a problem?
Most teachers I didn't get along with.
I'm going to say, we should be videoing this because your face has changed when you just said that. Tell us more about that. Why is that? Were you one of the naughty boys, were you, in class?
No, not really. I was quiet, but I don't know, really. It's so long ago.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I was, I had too much energy sort of thing. I wanted to go out and play all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted to run around.
Yeah.
I'd be, sitting in a different seat each, every 10 minutes I'd go move my stuff and go sit in another seat. And the teachers didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find it? Like, I know you work in the IT, so you're probably not, like, I know you're on the ground and that, but do you notice that with school these days? Like, when you happen to go in class and things, do you think that the boys especially need more of that energy, more of that practical element?
They need more of, sort of use that energy, like whether it be maths, okay, run over here and do this, some over here, and then move over here and do this stuff over here. And so they're burning off energy as well as thinking at the same time. So that's a lot of the boys. You can see they're getting up and walking around and that sort of stuff. So somehow, I don't know how the teachers can do that, sort of use that energy and also teach as well, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was talking to one of the other guys in the gym today, and he was saying this, the younger teacher, and he was saying the same thing. He's like, it's very hard for the guys these days to find out where, and don't get me wrong, I think there's some girls in the class too who obviously need that physical element as well. So I'm not being sexist there, but stereotypically boys have got that testosterone and that risk through their body, and it's proven they've got probably usually more than girls. But he was sort of saying, the young teacher was saying that, I just think boys are sort of caught these days, what is masculinity and how do I fit in, and am I being brought back a bit from being a blokey bloke? I want to play sport, I want to do risk, and I want to have a wrestle, and I want to play in the mud. Like, do you have any opinions on that one? Like, I know you got girls too, so, but from what you see and from your schooling experience?
Yeah, well, I had two brothers sort of thing, and growing up with, a house full of brothers, and my cousins were all boys sort of thing. Around my age, the younger cousins were girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was always, cricket, football in the backyard. We were always playing sport and all that sort of stuff. And there's always an energy in that sort of thing. And it was hard, like you're saying, raising three daughters. Trying to get them out and doing things where they want to stay inside and, look at bloody fashion magazines or do makeup, and I'm just curling iron and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's hard, but that's like you're saying, my masculinity wants to do things and that sort of thing. But
I find it's funny if our girls are a bit younger, but even like between 12 and 13, find it at the moment they still like doing things that are boating and fishing and getting out in the rain, get in the mud. I know it sounds again stereotypically, but we want to do that stuff. I just remembered even from a young age, I took the girls to like Broncos games and that, and they just love the footy. Like one in particular who just sits and watches the footy and asks questions. Oh, that's good. And she's 13. I just think, when I first had kids, stereotypically they're saying, "Oh, you're a footy head, you want to have a boy," and that kind of stuff. And I actually don't miss it, and it sounds really strange.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
I've got a stepson. He's a legend. Like he's great. We kick the footy around, but the girls are awesome, and they can do similar things like that.
Yeah.
So let's go back. High school, was that different to primary school, or did you find your feet at high school? Did you have a good group of mates? How did that work for you?
Oh, I had a great group of mates. I'm still mates with a few of them now and that sort of stuff, and they got me through a lot of dark times and that sort of thing. We used to be called NU at Nerds United. We're very much nerd. As you can see, my shirt, Captain America, I'm very much nerdy and that sort of
Superman's
stuff.
better than him, don't you?
Come on.
He's a Superman.
DC, no, Marvel's better than DC.
You lost me.
So we had a great group of friends and that sort of stuff. Still friends with them now. That's
good, yeah.
And in high school,
So, and we haven't, again, as usual, we don't have these pre-recorded questions like that. So I don't know whether you want to unpack this, but you did say something about in your dark times. Was there many, can you elaborate on that a bit? Like what was dark times for you? What did that mean?
No, there was times where mostly breaking up with a girlfriend and that sort of stuff. Car was a mess. life, not getting it. This is when I was 19, not getting no jobs, and I was a bit of a mess sort of thing, and no career, drive, direction. And I was, there's one point there where I was nearly on the edge of a cliff.
Really?
And one of my friends he was just there, like everyone's saying, oh, come on, you'll get over this. That's what I hated. Everyone's just saying, come on, you'll get over this. But he said, do you know what you mean to me? And that really goes,
wow.
that pulled me out. That goes, I mean something to someone sort of thing, not someone saying, just get over yourself sort of thing.
Just man up.
People saying just man up, and that means nothing. But when someone says, do you know what you mean to me?
Yeah.
And then they explain, you're like, okay, I mean something to someone. I'll keep going. That sort of thing.
Right. Invest into them. Did you find that in your circle of friends, or maybe what you see or hear, do you think the mental health of kids have got worse, or do you think it's just more out there now compared to when you were younger?
Oh, it's tougher now, I reckon, with because of the internet, and there's more pressures from the internet and from the world, and it's so much tougher on the generation these days, and I don't know how they're coping. Some of them doing really well and that sort of thing, but it's so much tougher, I reckon.
I even found too, Scotty, that I know what you hear, but I even found that most of if there's any arguing or any behaviour issues in any school, it's mainly brought in from out in the home, like with the social media where they've gone bullying online, and then parents have found out and they've come into school and then gone, this is all the screenshots of the arguments. They're not usually like this to my face, but behind closed doors, suddenly they're doing this stuff.
It is really bad sort of thing, social media. And the way it's not controlled, or
it's scary, isn't it? It's scary when you've got some of these. We talk about you wouldn't give unfettered access to alcohol, drugs, gaming, pornography, but the phone has all those things.
Yeah,
and I think people talk about me getting my banter about technology. Like I reckon technology is awesome, but the addiction to technology I'm really afraid of for our kids, especially, and for adults.
Yeah, technology gives you great things. It gives you great access to information and knowledge and all that sort of stuff, but it also has all the bad benefits as well, bad stuff as well.
And I guess it depends on where that goes, doesn't it? Like, is that going to outweigh the good in the long run? I find it very hard. Like even now to have these conversations, like you and I talk here, it's great. It doesn't even feel like we've got the microphone on at the moment, but sometimes you're flat having a conversation with someone who's so driven by dopamine, or they've come down and they can't even hold a conversation. And that's what worries me, with the youth especially coming through. Yeah. Now, tell us too about, you're talking about some of the challenges at school and you're in a dark place, but you got out of that because someone said how much they meant to you. What about sport? You're a bit of a dark horse at sport. Some things you made some rep teams and...
Well, I could play any sport and catch on to it really quickly and learn it real well. Tennis, cricket, soccer, football, swimming. And I made a few rep things. I went down to Brisbane for swimming in the state championships and that sort of stuff. Cricket, I nearly made the countryside to play against Brisbane and the Gold Coast and that sort of stuff. It was
batter, bowler, fielder, all rounder.
Batter mostly, batter, but there's a good. This is a weird story. Like when I was about 13 or 14 and under 14s, that sort of stuff, they picked two sides and I was put in the worst side, and they had all these really good gun players and that sort of stuff, and I had two good bowlers. I grew up in Mergen and Sherburg with an Aboriginal community, and these two Aboriginal boys, and they were the best bowlers. I put them in, and they can clean up anyone, that sort of stuff. And I'd bat, and our team would score something like 80 runs, and I'd score 60 of them, and that sort of stuff. And and we won the whole. We beat all the good sides around there, Kingroy, Gameri, and that sort of stuff. And I did this. I really focused on it, and I wanted to do this and that sort of stuff because the year before they were giving away best batsman trophy and best bowler trophy and best captain and best overall and that sort of stuff. But that year my team smoked all the other teams, and the parents and administration, their kids were in the first team, And then that year they said, we'll just give out trophies
To the first.
No, just to, congratulations, you played cricket.
Oh.
Just,
well done, you ran in a race award.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so I gave up cricket after that, under 14s, just.
So you're actually driven by extrinsic rewards. You actually won the trophy, and that's what drove you to be important and known for that.
And I've still got that trophy, that little shield.
Wow.
It says just you played under 14s cricket. And
it's such a controversy too, isn't it? Like, this is pretty controversial. There might be some people writing about this or talking about this, but they reckon one of the worst things we can do is give
participation awards.
100%. They reckon it's the worst thing because it discredits the winner.
Yeah.
And then people who came last or even second or third who try to win gets the same award. They actually know that's not fair, and they actually deep down think, well, that sucks because
like the year before, I didn't get in, so it didn't give them. If I had an incentive, and if you see no one gets trophies, there's no incentive to try hard.
That's right
for these lower ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was teaching Cloncurry. We had young kids going across the pool, and they were trying to get encouraged. They got grade 1, grade 2, and we'd give them you swam in a race, you swam around. I thought that was okay, and then I realised that stickers wouldn't last too long on swimmers. So what I did was I gave them lolly snakes. Bad idea. I think half of them nearly choked the next time they went across the field on a different stroke. What was your favourite stroke? What was your
freestyle and butterfly. I can't do backstroke at all, that sort of stuff.
I think most people can't do butterfly. That's the hardest one, isn't it?
No, it's pretty easy. Once if you're strong and smooth, you just fly across the top of the water and that sort of stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, right.
I can't do breaststroke because of my joints and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm double jointed and that sort of thing.
Please don't do that in front of me. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So, and did you have, obviously, that would have been early mornings for you for training and all that kind of stuff? That's what they talk about swimmers and 14 wheat bix and all that kind of stuff?
Morning and afternoons training and that sort of thing, yeah.
Were you eating like a trooper?
Oh, yeah, heaps of wheat bix, 8 wheat bix and that sort of stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah. So this is the thing, right? I thought, from the people I've talked to and my experiences, I thought the IT guys were supposed to be awkward and nerdy. Now, you talk about nerds. Talk about nerds at school. You're a nerd at school, but you're not awkward and you're not nerdy and you're sporty. I don't think stereotypically they go together.
Yeah, no. I don't fit in any box, really.
That's perfect, isn't it? That's good. But even your team's pretty good at work too. Like you wouldn't say they're really nerdy. You wouldn't say they're awkward.
No,
You're being polite here.
Yeah.
I don't think they are, but it was very good. Any other passions outside of sport?
Well, I do other nerd things like play Dungeons and Dragons. I DM and that sort of stuff in Dungeons and Dragons and with a group of friends and that sort of stuff. One of my friends from high school, still play Dungeons and Dragons together.
Cool. Yeah.
Now sort of thing. Also, I've written a couple of novels, but I've never got them published.
Why not?
It's the fear of success. What happens if this succeeds, and the fear of. I always try and just stay in the middle.
Isn't that strange? Because some people have fear of failure, and some people have fear of success. You got fear of success.
Fear of success.
But you want to be successful with the cricket.
I don't mind about failing. I fail all the time. I say I fail. Everyone expects me to fail and that sort of stuff. But
that's comfortable for you there.
Yeah, comfortable. But I fear success, and I don't want that sort of thing. If this book's successful and that sort of stuff, and my brother's onto me all the time. He says, "Get that bloody book published." He loves it, and my uncles love it.
Can I ask what's it about?
It's actually about growing up in Mergen and Cherbourg, about two young guys growing up in the 90s and that sort of stuff. One taking rugby league, getting into the Broncos and that sort of thing, and another guy taking swimming and trying to get into the Australian swimming team and that sort of stuff. And it's about their friendship and that. Yeah.
How long has this book been hanging around?
Oh, I wrote it in about 2003, 2004. And it's just been sitting there sort of thing. Yeah. So my brother's always on me. Get it published. Yeah.
I know someone who can do the editing for you too. We're gonna talk about this offline. We're gonna talk to Scotty about this because I'm very interested in reading this book and also seeing this. It's unbelievable. So fear of success. Is that because you then feel like you're pressured, like you have to perform again and again to reach that standard, or it's just because it is comfortable in the middle and you don't want accolades and you don't want to be known for success?
Yeah, sort of. I don't want to. Yeah, maybe be seen, like have my, head where it can be chopped off. Whereas, it's a tall poppy, the tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be seen, sort of things. Just hide in the shadows and do my little thing. I know I could in work sort of thing. I could study and get a career rise and that sort of stuff. But no, I'm just happy, just plodding away, doing my job sort of thing.
Yeah. It's amazing. I can now see Scotty in 2 years' time actually signing books in Kmart, outside Kmart here. So we're going to work on this. Don't worry about that. We talked about gym. We talked about where you are now. Any ambitions for the next 3 to 5 years? Or are you happy where you are, what you're doing?
I'm pretty happy with, esports. I love it. I want to really start that at school, another geeky thing, doing esports with the kids. And then
it's very popular, isn't it, now?
There's a bunch of kids. I've got eight kids that are really keen and that sort of stuff. And there's heaps of year 7s that want to join in and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to build that up and that sort of thing at the school, just to inspire kids and then get them more creative in, gaming, and it's collaborative.
Collaborative, yeah.
So they can work together as a team and that sort of stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more than just the game. It's more about them also working together. And
teamwork.
Yeah.
Skills. It's also your hand and eye coordination skills.
Yeah, it's come a long way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really exciting sort of thing. And we last year we competed in an Australian tournament, and our guys got third in all of Australia sort of thing.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
that's unreal. Well, mate, you are a quiet achiever. Like you're talking about stuff like I just want to be in the middle of the road and that kind of stuff. But you've made state teams, you've made country teams, you've made. You started esports at the school. You got a comfort zone for that. Individually, you're now back in the gym working hard, and you can see the results there and all the positive results that are happening for you.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the book's published this time next month. So when that comes out, that'll be great. Stay tuned, listeners. We're going to have a talk about this off air. We're going to make sure Scotty commits to something here. Tell me something what really annoys Scott? What's something that really bugs him?
Oh,
what's something? Is there a personality style or someone's lack of values? Like, what's something that really annoys you?
What annoys me is people don't. Oh, this is really aimed at me too, sort of thing. Don't push themselves to achieve do their best at what they. They'll just sit back and I don't want to do that. No, have a go. I seeing all these kids just not having a go, sort of thing.
Yeah,
just you can have a go, sort of. It doesn't matter, sort of thing.
Yeah. So just not having a crack.
Not having a crack at all, sort of thing. That's everyone, fails. Just have a go, sort of thing. You can fail, whatever, move on.
Yeah.
Having a go another time, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what kids that or even adults or that don't have a go, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then
I love that Scotty said that because that's all on record now when we talk about his book. But I know what you mean, but that's probably why you don't like it, because maybe it's a frustration within yourself as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome, mate. I've been trying to write a ebook for a while now, and just about parenting and how parents can connect with their teens better, just based on research and some of the stories I've seen and heard from the kids. So I'm really excited about getting that. It's taken me a while to get it, but I'm really keen to look at this book. So we'll talk about that again, like I said. All right, that's a bit of fun. You ready for a bit of fun now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Stop looking at my paper, mate. It's cheating. We're going for some quick favourites of yours, and then we're going to get some real serious stuff. Let's go to some word association. I haven't got any written down here. First thing that comes to your mind when I say these things. You ready?
Okay.
Gym.
Fitness.
Work.
Money.
Sport.
Team.
Nerds.
Games.
Okay. Technology.
Ever-growing.
Superman.
Overpowered.
What does that mean?
He's got too much power. Is
that a bad thing?
Yeah, he's got too much of everything. There's no real, failures or
what about kryptonite?
Yeah, that's only the kryptonite, but he hasn't got any personal doubts like Spider-Man's only a kid and he fears him, doubts himself and that sort of stuff. And yeah, there's no internal struggle sort of thing
See, this is the problem I've got. So now we've just gone off track again because this is what annoys me, right? My wife loves Batman. And I believe there was a Superman versus Batman movie, and didn't Batman beat him?
Oh, I didn't watch the movie.
To my understanding is that Batman has like a cape with the ears, like the bat, and he's got a bum belt.
Yeah.
How can that be cool? How's that a superhero? I don't understand. I honestly don't.
He's got a better personality. Like he's got the internal struggle of,
he can only say power like when he punches. He's got a punch, hasn't he? That's all he's got. Yeah. Oh, he's got a hot car apparently in motorbike, so I think that's why she likes him. Oh, we'll move on. Let's go to favourites. Favourite movie?
Favourite movie? Good Will Hunting.
Good one. Nice. I like that movie. Do you have a favourite drink? Alcoholic and non-alcoholic?
Favourite drink? I only drink orange juice and just rum with Coke sort of thing. Okay. It's most alcoholic drink,
Yeah. Orange, AJ, okay. Do you have a favourite food?
Favourite food? My mum's lasagna. Yeah.
Good. Now, this is a good one for me, I reckon. I'm looking forward to this one because I know offhand, do you have a favourite joke?
Favourite joke?
Because just before the listeners hear this, because
no, I got no jokes.
You do. Every now and then you send a joke and I lose it. But then I don't hear from it for about 3 months. Then another one comes up. So nothing else. What?
I'm just repeating other people's jokes. So there are other people's jokes, that sort of thing.
So you don't have a favourite in offhand? Can't think of one? One of the students the other day said to me, why do ducks have feathers? To cover their butt quacks. And I thought, I'll use that one. It's not too bad for me. So no favourite joke. Do you have a favourite saying?
I've wanted.
Oh, here we go.
Going off the track here. So I've written a comedy sketch sort of thing, and I was going to actually do it at one of the Christmas functions. Stand up with the mic, but again, that's me stepping out of my comfort zone and putting myself out there that I can get in trouble, sort of thing. I've written this whole. It's all about school and kids and
gosh, what's it rated?
PG.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
So, maybe just get on a podcast live and you just start doing it. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny, like you said, I have to get in my comfort zone for that. And they say that all success comes out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone, but then you don't want success.
No.
So that's the battle, isn't it, between those three things, really? So that's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Yeah. So no favourite sayings, mottos?
No, not really.
Nothing you go by? Is no.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh, oldie but a goodie. What about favourite music? I know the answer to this one.
No.
Akadaka, don't you?
Yes, that's one of them. But my other one is Talking Heads.
Okay.
Because a song I listen to a lot is Psycho Killer from Talking Heads.
Dear. Okay.
That's one of my favourite songs.
Is it?
And my daughters were laughing. They said, because we went to a funeral and they played his favourite song at the funeral, I'm going, well, that'd be weird playing Psycho Killer as they put me in the ground.
No, you can't do that. That would be lead balloon. That's no good. Do the girls sing in the car?
They rap. They listen to what is it? The rappers, the latest rappers and that sort of stuff. My girls, they listen to rappers. And
do you have a rap every now and then? Do you rap?
No, I don't rap.
No. See, our girls are at a stage where you get in the car and you take turns about on Spotify a song. When I put my song on, I grab their hairbrush and try singing into it, and they go, do not do that. I thought it was still cool, obviously not. What's your favourite gym move? You go to the gym, you go, even if it's a tough move or a challenging move, do you have one? Do you have a favourite when you go in there?
I like doing incline presses, and also the decline push-up sort of thing.
Yeah, on the push-up bars too, you freak.
Yeah, mostly because I'm trying to work my upper chest mostly because, trying to develop that a bit more and sort of thing.
So the chest moves, upper body?
Yeah, so I do that one, but that's one day, and the other day I do abs and then legs sort of thing, break it all up and that sort of stuff.
I saw you throwing a medicine ball up today when you're lying on the ground. I was nearly hitting the roof.
Oh, that's back to soccer. I was a long thrower in. I could throw it right into the goal sort of thing. Yeah. Like a corner. I could do a long throw, and I used to love doing that sort of thing.
Freak. Sweet things you see, you're boring. You're not boring, mate. This is unreal. This is one to get you to think about this one. What's the funniest thing you've seen? Like, even if it's work, even if it's at home, something you might have seen, is there something that comes up and you go, I remember having a massive belly laugh at that. It was hilarious.
No.
Don't stop laughing and saying no.
No, well, okay. Seen? Okay. Or heard.
Either or, go for it.
Heard. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to get in trouble for this.
This is going to.
I was doing stretches and I had my wife stretching my legs. I was laying down face on the bed and she's pushing my legs, stretching my legs. And I said, push harder, and she farts.
Oh.
And I said, don't push that hard.
You are going to be.
I'm going to be in trouble.
So was that was the heard one?
I cranked up. I couldn't. Yeah.
You're going to be in so much trouble. That's so funny because the next question is, are you a romantic?
I think I am.
Yeah.
I try to be, but
do you celebrate Valentine's Day?
No, I think it's overrated.
Okay.
I think I don't do those sort of things. And I don't actually give my wife flowers. If I do that, she goes, something's up. You've done something wrong. What have you done? You scratched the car.
So, but then how do you become a romantic?
Just gestures. Like,
Okay. Acts of service, helping around the place, acts of service.
Oh yeah, just hanging out the washing with her. If you see her jumping up, going to do the washing, jump out and hang out the washing with her. Doing things around the house, like cleaning up the house and that sort of thing. Just trying to make everything more easy and comfortable for whatever.
Is your wife a romantic?
No.
So I'm just getting the couch ready here. Scotty for tonight. All right, here we go. I've got 4 questions to go. And we ask these questions every time on the podcast and people say they're ready for it, but I don't know if you are. Here we go. You are sentenced to death row because of all that dodgy stuff in your past has come up that you haven't told us about today. And you have your last meal. And it can't be your mum's lasagna. It's got to be something completely different. What are you having?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just last meal. Like I just have something simple. It's your last meal, but why put out someone else? And it doesn't really mean anything after you're gone anyway. So just a KFC burger or something like that.
Okay, something simple.
Even though I haven't had one in over a year or something. But
there you go. All right. Down to your last $20. What are you buying?
D&D miniature. So
anyone in particular?
Just a paladin, a knight. So I'll paint them up. And
nice.
Yeah.
All right. You're on an island and you're allowed to take 3 people with you and you're stuck on the island. Who are you taking on the island?
I'm taking my wife.
Oh, I see. You are the man. You are romantic.
I'm taking my wife.
Yeah.
She's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking my wife. 2 other people.
Yep.
I would have loved to take someone that's inspirational like Kobe Bryant or Jordan.
Yep.
Someone that's, just their inspiration and sort of stuff to talk to them and that sort of stuff. Muhammad Ali and that sort of stuff. Just their, that sort of thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger, someone like that. Sort of thing,
freak. Yep.
Yeah. And probably the third person is maybe Gordon Ramsay, a good chef. So
another good one. That's been said before too. Someone who's going to cook on the island.
Yeah.
That's fine. He'd be wild though.
Oh yeah, it'd be interesting.
You'd have to behave yourself.
Life and,
wouldn't be good to have him on the show. That'd be awesome. Probably start swearing at me. All right, ready for the toughest one last. You ready for this one?
Yep.
When Scott looks in the mirror, what does he see?
Age. I see myself aging. Like in my head, I'm still the nerd that at high school that wants to play games and be with his friends and that sort of stuff. I even joke with my wife, like, let's go out and dance tonight. Let's go for a party. That sort of thing. But you look in the mirror and see wrinkles, age. Even though even from going to the gym, I'm getting better and my body doesn't feel this age and that sort of stuff.
That's right.
But 55 years old is I can see it in the mirror, but in my head, it's not me sort of thing. I'm still that teenager that wants to
And that's important. That's good. All right. And so have you got a battle there happening at the moment? Is it a battle when you do that, when you catch yourself going, oh, I'm 55, I don't feel like it, but I'm getting old?
No, I'm not a battle.
Not a battle?
I'm fighting against it sort of thing. I
Yeah.
really want to keep my mind active by playing board games, by playing, games and that sort of stuff, esports games, keep my mind active.
Yeah.
And keep my body active by doing gym and that sort of stuff. So that's what you say, fighting against the age sort of thing. Yeah.
Mate, it has been a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for coming over on the show.
No worries.
And being so open and sharing some of those stories, even from in your childhood to now, and some of the battles you've been through, but also, all the things you've actually achieved, which I think is huge. And love working with you. I think the staff and the students, I don't think you guys hear how much you guys are really, really well respected, and you make things so much easier for us, mate. So thank you so much for that, but also for coming on tonight and sharing your story.
No worries. Yeah, it's been fun.
Legend. Thank you.